She's a narcissistic, cunning, and she does nothing but brag about it. Son of man shot dead and decapitated by his former lover slams the court's decision to grant her parole. The son of a man who was shot dead and then decapitated by his former lover has slammed a decision to grant the killer parole. James Dorrian was in court on Thursday to hear the NSW State Parole Authority announce Kathy Yeo will walk free from prison after the completion of her 18-year non-parole period. She's a narcissistic, cunning, vile bloody creature and she does nothing but brag about it, Mr. Dorrian told 9 News outside the court. Mr. Dorrian, who saw Yeo in person for just the second time, lashed out at the parole decision, calling it ridiculous. "It's a monstrous act, she should be locked away for life," he said. Mr. Dorrian's father, Christopher Dorrian, was brutally killed by Yeo, now 47, in Sydney's south in 1997. Yeo, a former nurse, was sentenced to 24 years in prison in 2000 over the gruesome murder, where she shot her former lover 3 times before cutting his head off. 2 weeks after he disappeared, Christopher Dorrian's severed head was found inside a sports bag which had washed up in the Cooks River. His headless body has never been found. In forming any decision on parole, the State Parole Authority is required to consider whether a person convicted of murder or manslaughter has failed to tell investigators the location of their victim's remains, a State Parole Authority spokeswoman said. Yeo will be released from prison no later than July 13. When granting parole, the authority took into account all material before it, including reports from Community Corrections and the Serious Offenders Review Council, the spokeswoman said. The offender has undertaken all appropriate programs. The spokeswoman said Yeo will be subject to a number of standard parole conditions, plus 4 additional conditions. These include ensuring Yeo must not contact, communicate with, watch, stalk, harass or intimidate the victim's family. In a Twitter statement, NSW Minister for Corrections David Elliott said, "I have sought advice from the Crown Solicitor's Office about avenues of appeal.